Well, it started and I wasn't ready. Okay, I am, of course, in the car. My husband is running his 24 miles today, so I am here helping him with his hydration and his snacks. I know it is crooked because you guys are right here, but on the other side, I didn't have anywhere to put it here in the back seat. Okay, just a quick update on the pet travel. It's already off to not the best start, but that's okay. What I mean by that is when I went to put the deposit down, I'm sure I probably did something wrong as well, but the system was not supposed to allow me to reserve it without putting a deposit down. I was trying to see how much the deposit was, but the way that it's set up is really weird. It asks you for your name, and if you read the frequently asked questions and all of that, and then you click continue, but if you don't have a package selected, it won't give you a price, but it will still accept that as you accepting that term and conditions and whatever, even though I didn't choose a package. So it was my fault and their fault because it shouldn't have let me do that. So I knew something was wrong because it didn't actually have me make a payment, and I was like, well, I'm supposed to be making a payment. So when you set all that up, though, it asks you, when do you want your first payment to come out, on the 1st or the 15th? Okay, and I did this on September 30th, okay? Well, so I put the 1st, and that was definitely my fault, but I didn't think it was going to kick in until I put the deposit down. So I emailed the guy because I was like, hey, it didn't ask me for a deposit, so he sent me a link to pay the deposit. So I paid $465 the 30th. So come the 1st, it charged me $500. So just pay attention to that when you're doing all of this, because like I said, I didn't think it was going to start until the next month, because he also told me that they could make adjustments to the payment. I could drop it down to $250 or whatever. It doesn't have to be $500. But they already pulled the $500, so I basically just got whacked with $965 when I was expecting $465. Now, luckily, I have the extra $500 to kind of pay myself back. If I didn't, I would be screwed. Okay, that would be a lot of bills that wouldn't have got paid this month. So just pay attention to that. Be aware of that, because that could have been pretty bad in terms of not having that extra $500 that I really would have needed this month. Obviously, we have to pay the whole thing anyways, so it's not a major problem, but it's a pretty big problem because we are paying the full chunk come January. So I'd rather have more money in my savings now for our portion of the move than having to pay towards it now and then pay the big chunk, and now I have nothing in my savings for us to move over there. What kind of sense would that make to have the dogs fully paid off and then me and my husband can't get over there? So that for me was just a little bit of an issue, because like I said, I just was not expecting to have that come out immediately like that right after paying the deposit. So again, my fault and their fault. So it's just something to keep in mind. I could have chose the 15th, but the reason why I didn't is because I'm not sure I would have $500 to give them on the 15th. So that's why I chose the 1st, because I get paid the 1st of every month. So it's better to have them pull it immediately when I know I have the money. But so that did kind of bite me in the butt a little bit. So I just wanted you guys to be aware of that, okay? And then I have my onboarding call next week. They sent my welcome packet in the mail. So when I get the welcome packet, I'll show you guys what that looks like. I still have to create the video for you guys that is showing you the prices and all of that. That way you can pause it, look at the screen, and look what each package includes. Maybe that'll be the first editing challenge for my husband, although I feel like no, because it'd probably be a month before you guys see that video. Just because, you know, he does work full time, and then he does all of his training stuff, so he just doesn't have a whole lot of time to edit at the current moment. So I will probably end up editing that myself. I was wondering what that noise was. It's the charger. Okay, it's still charging his phone. But yeah, so we're here for his 24 miles today, and I just wanted to give you guys that update so that way you know. Who's the frick parked like that? What is happening? I'm at the park, and these people, literally somebody parked super crooked and is taking up like 3 parking spots. But anyways, he's coming around the corner here, so I'm going to hop off. I just wanted you guys to be aware of that. So that way when you sign up for this stuff, when you put the deposit down and you choose your payment plan, you're not unexpectedly getting whacked with 2 payments in 2 days. Okay? So I just wanted you guys to be aware of that. All right? I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.